Hello to all our wonderful listeners, and welcome back to another episode of Talk with Evelyn and Michael.
Hi, everyone. We are so excited to be here with you today. I hope you are having a fantastic week so far.
I am feeling really good today, Michael. The weather outside is beautiful, and I have my favorite tea right here. It is the perfect time for a good chat.
That sounds lovely, Evelyn. What kind of tea are you drinking today? Is it green tea?
No, today I am drinking chamomile tea. It helps me stay calm and focused. Do you have a favorite drink for recording days?
You know me. I always have my black coffee. I need that little bit of energy to keep my brain moving, especially for today's topic.
Yes, today's topic is a big one. We are going to talk about education and life skills. It sounds a bit serious, but we're going to make it fun and easy.
Exactly. When we hear the word education, we usually think of schools, universities, and big, heavy books. But learning is so much more than that.
That is so true. I remember when I finished university, I thought my education was finished. I thought, great, no more studying, no more tests.
And were you right? Did the learning stop?
Oh, absolutely not. I think I have learned more in the years after school than I did inside the classroom. Life is the biggest classroom of all.
I agree completely. School gives us the foundation, like learning how to read and write and do math, but life skills are the tools we use to build the house on that foundation.
So let's define life skills for our listeners. What exactly do we mean when we say life skills?
Well, life skills are the abilities that help us handle the problems and challenges of daily life. There are things like how to talk to people, how to manage your money, how to stay healthy, and how to control your emotions.
Yes, these are sometimes called soft skills. In school, we learn hard skills like history dates or chemical formulas. But soft skills are about how you interact with the world.
Let's dive into the first one, and I think this is maybe the most important one, communication.
Communication is huge. It's not just about speaking English, it's about connecting.
Curiously, Evelyn, have you ever been in a situation where you spoke the same language as someone, but you still couldn't understand each other?
Oh, yes, many times. I remember once asking a colleague to send me a report soon. For me, soon meant within an hour. For him, soon meant next week.
That is a classic communication breakdown. You use the same word, but you had different meanings. So how do we fix that?
We have to be specific. Clear communication means leaving no room for confusion. Now I say, please send me the report by 2 p.m. today. That's clear.
That is a great tip. Being specific is key. Also, listening is a huge part of communication. We have two ears and one mouth for a reason.
My grandmother used to say that. We should listen twice as much as we speak. Active listening is a real skill. It means you're not just waiting for your turn to talk, you're really hearing the other person.
Imagine a friend tells you, I had a really hard day at work. A bad listener might say, oh, me too, my day was terrible. They make it about themselves.
Right, that's not listening, that's competing. A good listener would say, I'm sorry to hear that. What happened? Do you want to talk about it?
Exactly. That shows empathy, which brings us to another life skill, emotional intelligence, or EQ.
Emotional intelligence is a popular topic these days. It basically means understanding your own feelings and the feelings of others.
Let's play a little game, Evelyn. Imagine you're driving and someone cuts you off in traffic, nearly hits your car. What is your first reaction?
My instant reaction is anger. My heart beats fast, I want to honk my horn and maybe yell something not very nice.
Of course, that's a natural human reaction. But what does emotional intelligence tell you to do?
Emotional intelligence tells me to take a deep breath. It tells me getting angry won't fix anything. It might even make the situation dangerous. So I choose to stay calm.
That's the key word, choose. You can't control what happens to you, but you can choose how you react. That's a superpower.
It really is. And it helps in relationships too. If you're tired and grumpy, you might snap at your partner or your family. But if you have high EQ, you say, I'm feeling tired right now. I need a little space so I don't say something mean.
That's so healthy. It saves so many arguments. Another skill that saves us a lot of stress is time management.
Oh no, time management. This is my weakness. I am a procrastinator.
Are you? Do you leave things until the very last minute?
Sometimes, yes. I tell myself, oh, I have plenty of time. I will do it tomorrow. And then suddenly it is tomorrow and I'm panicking.
We have all been there. Procrastination is a trap. What strategies have you tried to get better at this?
I have started using the 2-minute rule. Have you heard of it?
No. Tell me about the 2-minute rule.
It is very simple. If a task takes less than 2 minutes to do it immediately. Don't write it down. Don't delay it. Just do it.
Like washing your coffee cup.
Exactly. Washing a cup takes 30 seconds, sending a quick email takes 1 minute, hanging up your coat takes 10 seconds. If you do these small things right away, they don't pile up into a big mess later.
I like that. It keeps your mental space clear. I use a different technique. I use time blocking.
How does time blocking work?
I divide my day into blocks. So from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., I only answer emails. I don't look at my phone, I don't clean, I just do emails. Then from 10 to 11, I write scripts.
So you focus on one thing at a time? No multitasking?
No multitasking. Multitasking is a myth. We think we are doing two things at once, but really we are just doing two things badly.
That is very honest and very true. Focus is a rare skill these days because we have so many distractions. Social media, notifications, the TV.
To our English learners listening, this applies to you too. Don't try to study English while you are watching a movie and cooking dinner. Give it your full attention for 20 minutes. It's better than 1 hour of distracted study.
Let's move to a very practical life skill, one that adults worry about a lot. Financial literacy.
Money. It makes the world go round, but it can be so confusing.
It is confusing. Schools rarely teach us how to do taxes or how to invest or how credit cards really work.
Let's talk about budgeting. Imagine you get your salary. What is the first thing you should do?
Pay yourself first. That's what the experts say.
Pay yourself? What does that mean? Go buy a new pair of shoes?
No. It means put some money into savings immediately. Before you pay the bills, before you buy groceries, put a small amount away for the future.
Ah, I see. Even if it's just $10 or 10 euros, just get into the habit of saving.
Yes, consistency is key. And then you need to track your spending. Do you know how much you spend on food every month, Michael?
Roughly, yes, but maybe not exactly. I'm scared to look sometimes.
It can be scary, but knowledge is power. If you realize you are spending $200 a month on coffee, you can make a choice to change that. If you don't know, you can't change.
That is true. It's about being conscious spending, not just tapping your card and forgetting about it.
And avoiding bad debt. Credit cards can be dangerous if you don't understand interest rates. That's a hard math lesson to learn the hard way.
Let's talk about a skill that happens inside the home. Domestic skills. Cooking, cleaning, fixing things.
I love this topic. Being able to take care of yourself is so empowering. If a button falls off your shirt, can you sew it back on?
I can, actually. My mom taught me how to sew a button when I was a teenager. It has saved many shirts.
That's great. What about cooking? We talked a little about this before, but why is cooking such an important educational skill?
Well, it connects to health. If you always buy processed food or fast food, your health will suffer. Cooking gives you control over what goes into your body.
It is also a way to show love. When you cook a meal for your friends or family, you are giving them your time and effort. It builds community.
And it requires patience. You cannot rush a soup. You have to let it simmer. It teaches you to wait for good things.
Michael, what about fixing things? If your sink is leaking, do you call a plumber immediately?
I usually try to look at it first. Maybe watch a video online. We live in the age of information. You can learn how to fix almost anything on the internet now.
That is a skill in itself, resourcefulness. Being resourceful means you know how to find the answer. You don't need to know everything, you just need to know where to look.
Yes, exactly. Being a lifelong learner means you're always researching, always asking questions. How do I change a tire? How do I remove this stain? How do I bake bread?
It makes life an adventure. You're never stuck. You can always learn your way out of a problem.
Let's talk about a skill that is becoming very important in the modern world: critical thinking.
This is a heavy one. Critical thinking. It sounds academic, but it is essential for daily life, especially with the internet.
Critical thinking means not believing everything you hear or read immediately. It means asking, is this true? Who said this? Why did they say it?
For example, if you see a headline that says, eating chocolate makes you lose weight fast, what does a critical thinker do?
A critical thinker stops and thinks, wait a minute, that sounds too good to be true. Then they check the source. Is it a medical study, or is it a company trying to sell chocolate?
Exactly. We are bombarded with information all day long. Fake news, scams, advertisements. Critical thinking is your shield. It protects you from being tricked.
It is also about looking at different perspectives. If you and I disagree on something, Evelyn, critical thinking helps me understand your side.
Yes, it stops us from being stubborn. It allows us to say, I never thought about it that way before. Maybe you are right.
That takes humility. Being able to change your mind is a sign of intelligence, not weakness.
We have covered so much ground today. Communication, emotional intelligence, time management, money, cooking, critical thinking. Is there one more skill you want to mention?
I think adaptability, the ability to change when the world changes.
Oh, that is vital. The world changes so fast. Jobs change. Technology changes.
Think about how we work now compared to 10 years ago. We use Zoom, we use AI, we work from home. If you can't adapt, you get left behind.
Encouraging is adaptability is like water. Water can flow around rocks, it can change shape, it doesn't break. We need to be like water.
That is beautiful. And for our listeners learning English, you are practicing adaptability every day. You're adapting your brain to a new language, new sounds, new grammar.
That is true. You are already mastering these life skills just by being here and learning with us. It takes patience, resilience, and time management to learn a language.
So give yourselves a pat on the back. You're doing a great job.
Michael, if you could go back to school, to your high school self, what advice would you give him about education?
Wow, good question. I would tell him, Michael, grades are important, but don't stress too much about being perfect. Focus on making friends, asking questions, and learning how to solve problems. That's what matters in the long run.
I love that. I would tell my younger self, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are just data. They tell you what to improve.
Mistakes are just data. I'm going to write that down. That is very smart.
Feel free to use it. So, listeners, we want to challenge you this week.
Yes, the challenge. We want you to pick one life skill we talked about today. Maybe you want to work on your cooking, or maybe you want to fix your sleep schedule, or maybe you want to practice active listening.
Choose one and consciously practice it for the next few days. If you choose listening, really try to focus when someone talks to you. Put your phone away.
If you choose money, try to write down everything you buy for 3 days. Just see where your money goes.
Small changes create big results. You don't have to change your whole life in one day, just 1% better every day.
Thank you so much for listening to our deep dive into education and life skills. We hope this conversation was helpful for your English listening practice.
Don't forget, you can listen to this episode again. Repetition is the mother of learning. Listen to the way we ask questions and the way we express our opinions.
And let us know in the comments, which life skill do you think is the most important? Is it cooking? Is it communication? We want to know what you think.
We appreciate you all so much. Thank you for being part of our community. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep smiling.
Take care of yourselves, everyone, and take care of each other. See you in the next video.
Bye-bye.